We're here with Kathleen Russell and Sandra Barraza today with the Noorthoek Academy teachers. And welcome.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Great to have you. We'll start off with Kathleen first because she's been there since the very beginning. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. What made you think of being a special education teacher?
Oh, well, when I was in high school, they had a program called Cadet Teaching. It was in Greenville, my hometown, back in the 60s. And I was assigned to be a teacher assistant in a third grade classroom. And there was one student there who was physically handicapped. His name was Phil Tower. He's moved to Grand Rapids and has worked in radio for many years, and many people know Phil Tower. But I was assigned to be his assistant. He had some physical challenges, very bright kid, but that was my first experience with a special needs student in a classroom. And then when I finished high school, I worked in special needs summer camps for 3 years. And that was really a lot of fun, and I enjoyed working with that population. So I got my bachelor's degree in elementary ed and special ed. And I taught in a resource room for 2 years before I joined the Peace Corps and went to Africa to do education work. I came back to Grand Rapids after that, and I worked in energy conservation, educating people about that. And one day in 1988 or 89, I saw a little ad in the newspaper because I was thinking about doing something in education or something different. And I saw this little ad that there was a new project starting and they wanted to hire a director. So I interviewed and I was hired to be the director of this new and different kind of education. And at the time they called it Noorthoek Academy. And it was a wonderful opportunity to do an experiment in education.
Why did Mr. Noorthoek get Noorthoek Academy started?
Well, Joseph Noorthoek was an innovative educator in the Grand Rapids area. He'd worked at Kennesaw School, and then he'd gone to Lansing to help the Michigan legislature develop ideas for expanding and improving special education in Michigan. So a lot of people knew him, and he was a really nice man, very concerned about special needs students.
Right.
And everyone loved him, and he was very excited to try new things. And they couldn't think of anything better to call the school than to call it Noorthoek Academy. And I agreed completely with that. The only problem I had with it was that I had to spell Noorthoek every single time that I talked to people, because they'd say, "What is that?" And it's, of course, a Dutch word with a Dutch spelling. So I must have spelled Noorthoek. I don't know if Sandy still has to do that.
All the
yes,
time.
She does. I must have spelled it probably nearly 1,000 times to different people when we were getting started. And still people have trouble pronouncing it.
How many students were there?
The first class was 8 students. We were very selective about who we chose. We wanted students that we thought were really motivated, that were sure to succeed, because we were going to meet many obstacles in this, and we wanted students that were strongly committed to this idea. So we interviewed lots of people, and we started with this core group of 8, and we soon gradually added students 1 or 2 at a time. And I don't know how many we finished up with that first year. I'd have to go back and look at some numbers. But it was still just one Thursday night class for a couple of years before we added a second class, and then a third, and then a fourth class.
Wow. What was your favorite subject to teach and why?
Oh, well, as an educator, I felt that having this job at Noorthoek was really wonderful because I got to develop our own curriculum, and I could teach what I wanted to teach in the methods that I wanted. People in public schools never get that opportunity. They're given curriculum and they have to teach it whether they like it or not, and they have to do it the way they want. So I'm a generalist, which means that I'm interested in many things. And so it was great that we got to explore so much with the students. So my own personal interests were supplemented by deep study of a subject, and then I would pull out the things that I thought could be put into a curriculum for Noorthoek, things that the students would be excited to do, and that worked really well.
What was one of your favorite days teaching and why?
Well, I taught for 20 years with Noorthoek. I'm remembering Tim Kuzak, the local mime, one of the local mimes, a really wonderful, talented man, used to come and do mime with us. And he was so impressed with the creativity of our students. I always was amazed and blown away, I still am, by the extreme creativity of these people. And one time one of the students did a mime piece that was so incredibly beautiful and moving that Tim just grabbed my arm and he said, "Please, let me come back and work with these students. You don't even have to pay me. These people are teaching me so much." And that sentiment of learning from the students is something that I always felt, and I continue to learn from other people. And these students at Noorthoek just expanded me and helped me to realize so many things about what they could do and how they perceived the world, and who I was and how I related to them too was very interesting to me.
Well, Sandy, it's your turn.
Yes, it is.
How do you like teaching at Noorthoek?
I love teaching at Noorthoek Academy. I tell people all the time, this is the best job that I've ever had. Kathleen said it beautifully when she taught, I mean, just the joy of coming into work and working with students who are so motivated and love to learn is just really rewarding for me. So I love it. Yeah.
We love it too.
Yeah, good. Good.
How was the job interview with Kathleen?
Well, interesting because I actually did an interview with Kathleen.
You didn't?
No, I interviewed with a couple of board members. And it was like every other job interview where I was really worried and nervous because, you know, you walk in not knowing what to expect. But one thing about the board with Noorthoek Academy is everybody associated with Noorthoek Academy is so wonderful. So I felt very at home and comfortable, and it went well, and it didn't take long for them to make a decision, and I was lucky that they chose me. Now, I did get to shadow with Kathleen the first, for a couple months, I think. I came in and got to know all of you and saw how she had conducted the program, and I learned a lot just by doing that. So, yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
What was your favorite subject to teach and why?
Well, so far, my favorite subject that we have done was when we had a whole semester just on music. That was, you remember that? That was fun because we explored so many different genres, from jazz to rock and roll and Elvis and Motown and even rap music. And it was really fun to learn about the history of music and how it has changed, and it just offered some really neat opportunities, I thought, and I had probably the most fun with that one.
We did too.
Good. Good.
How many years have you been teaching at Noorthoek?
This is only, well, this is my 5th year. So, yeah, 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't wait for lots more.
Another 25 possibly?
Possibly. Possibly.
That
Yeah.
would be great.
Yeah, possibly. So,
And what do you do with the hobbies? Do you have any hobbies?
my hobbies, I spend a lot of time with my family. I mean, right now, my hobbies are my family and running my girls to different activities and events. I love to read. I love to do things outside in the summer. I'm not much for the cold, but I love to be outside in the summer by the water. So, yeah.
Great. And do you have any hobbies besides vacationing?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
I like hiking and photography. Lately I've been writing a little bit of haiku poetry and going to poetry readings. I like to go to the theater. There's lots to do. I'm always very, very busy. I'm hardly ever home. I used to do more gardening than I do now. And I do still love that. I just don't find as much time.
Well, sorry, but we have to wrap up.
It's
It's
time
been
already
great having you here.
Thanks for
And
doing a great job.
Yes,
Thank
you're really quite a very nice TV host.
thank you.
I'm not surprised, but
How about a group hug?
that sounds nice.
Yeah.
Watch the wires.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy.
My name is Sandra Carney. I go to Noorthoek Academy, and the name of my poem is Love. Roses are red, violets are blue. I am your love for eternity, and so are you.
My hedgehog was made in 2006. It was made for the subjects of England. It's made out of clay.
I did made a clay ox, a hedgehog, and a leaf print.
I done a frame for a sunset. I did the sunset is in the middle, and the lake is down in the bottom. And I can see the sunset is like almost orange and pink.
I made this in high school.
I made the mama hedgehog and the baby hedgehog. And it was a lot of fun. They're brown and black. They have a roughed up snout, a long snout like a possum. And they're very small. They roll up in a ball when they're threatened, like a porcupine.
This is supposed to be an ox. The Chinese honor the ox. It's ox, but it resembles a moose instead. I really enjoyed making it.
I made it for Mary Phoebe. Fat, a lot of fat, and color there.
Okay, welcome. So, what is your favorite year of celebration?
My favorite year is we all get our certificates, and the Life Learner Achievement Medals,
Mm-hmm.
and we both read our poetries.
Okay, what kind of, how many medals did you guys want to achieve so in your year?
I received my 5-year lifelong learner and a 10-year.
Okay.
I have, my favorite part is the same, but it was my poems and their words. I also have my 5 and my 10.
Okay,
And
that's
I'll be
great.
receiving my 15 soon.
That would be wonderful.
hmm
So, what is the celebration?
As a celebration is where all the students go there on April 24th, and it expresses how much we have learned,
Mm-hmm.
and we always just like being there.
Okay, guys, what did you learn in the last semester? Last year?
I learned about communication.
Okay. And how was that?
Awesome.
So what kind of communication parts did you like to learn out of there?
My favorite part were learn is about kind of like listen to like commercials.
And yours?
Commercials, how to learn how to communicate better with people.
That would be great.
hmm
That's a good way of communication.
Mm-hmm.
And what's your favorite of, we already did that, yep. We already did celebration of how did you guys do with your friends while you were there? Did you do your poetry with your friends or did you do it by separate?
I did mine by separate.
I also did my poetry separate.
Okay, and how long did you do poems? How long did you do your poetry on your years of learning? Like discovery of what you feel inside, or did you get your inspiration?
Well, I did a poem about my brother and my dad because my brother died on Wednesday, April 4th, 2012 of terminal lung cancer, and my dad passed away October 17, 2012 of a bad stomach flu.
Okay, and yours?
And mine was about my son.
Oh, that would be nice.
hmm
Both of them are really wonderful. I'm sure that they were wonderful and that they heard of them in heaven for yours, Lisa, and I
Yeah.
hope that they had a nice home for your son, and I hope he heard that. That would be really nice. So, what else did you like doing as part of the celebration?
I like to hang out with, listen to the people talk, and I like to hang out with my friends.
That's
See
wonderful.
people.
Did you have any banquets after, or
We had the good food, like snacks,
like what kind of snacks? Did you,
cookies, drinks,
what kind of drinks?
Coffee. What else did we have, please?
Kind of like fruit punch.
Fruit
Fruit punch?
Yeah.
Sounds nice.
hmm
So did you like,
Wrap up.
oh, sorry, we have to wrap up. It was nice having you.
Same to you.
Yep, and I'm glad that you had a good time at your celebration.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Well, I enjoy North Academy. I get to meet new people, learn new skills on stuff that I didn't know before. I really enjoy the students and the teachers.
I like going to Noorthoek Academy because of my friends.
We're learning about the history and culture of Australia, and we heard some didgeridoo. It's Australian kind of music.
I like Vietnam.
I like Noorthoek because it's so great to be there.
I like the teacher.
Well, I love Noorthoek Academy because we're educating our brain every semester, and it's really great that we're getting more education.
What is the best step walk?
You want to answer that, Glenn?
No, you,
The Big Step is the Big Step Walk is a fundraiser for Noorthoek Academy.
When is the best step walk?
this Master.
What is the money used for?
For the store.
Why do you go to the best step walk?
To raise money and get our exercise.
Why do you like the best step walk?
So you will doing it.
We like the Big Step Walk to meet new people and raise money for the school.
How many years have you been going to the best step walk?
7 years.
And how many more years are you going to do that, Glenn?
How much you raise money for our best step walk?
Anywhere between $500 and $1,000 each year for the school, so they can help the
How you get
students.
how you get money for, like, you get neighbors with you?
Yeah.
Or,
We ask our friends
and that's all.
and tell them what Noorthoek Academy is all about.
You can ask them come with you to the best step walk, walk with you.
Yeah.
You ask them to go with you?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you much, coming. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No problem.
Thank you for having me here, Adam.
Thanks. Good job.